Good evening, and welcome to Red's Classic Theater. We're backstage this week as student technicians and actors at Langara College's Studio 58 mount another production in this, the company's 33rd season. Hi, everybody, I'm Red Robinson. Studio 58's production of Taming of the Shrew runs right through until March 7th. Now, later tonight, we'll tell you about Langara's theater program, show you an excerpt from the play, and give you a chance to win some tickets. As in the Bard's play, our movie tonight is also about a stormy relationship. It's the 1992 romantic comedy A Fine Romance with Marcello Mastroianni and Julie Andrews. Because of Marcello's dislike for Hollywood, the film was shot in Europe using an international crew. And a happy crew it was not, as French and Italian workers squabbled behind the scenes. And we'll tell you what they were squabbling about later on, but now, Act One of A Fine Romance. This week on Red's Classic Theater, we're visiting Langara College in Vancouver. And welcome to Studio 58, the production center of Langara College's theater department and one of the top 3 programs of its kind in all of Canada. Every faculty member is an active theater professional, and students have 2 programs to choose from, a 2-year production curriculum or a 3-year acting program. All applicants must audition before becoming one of the 36 students chosen each year from across Canada. The course requires students to become familiar with every aspect of theater production: set construction, painting, lighting, props, costumes, and publicity. And we'll show you a scene from Langara's latest production, Taming of the Shrew, when Red's Classic Theater returns in a moment.
And therefore, Kate, take this of me, Kate of my consolation, hearing thy mildness praised in every town, thy virtue spoke of, thy beauty sounded, yet not so deeply as to thee belongs. Myself am moved to woo thee for my wife.
Moved in good time. Let him that moved you hither remove you hence. I knew you at the first, you were immovable.
Why, what's immovable?
A joint stool.
That thou hast hit it. Come, sit on me.
Asses are made to bear, and so are you.
Women are made to bear, and so are you.
No such jade as you, if me you mean.
Alas, good Kate,
Studio
I will
58's
not
production
burden
of The
thee for
Taming of the
knowing
Shrew
me to be but
continues at
young
Langara
and
College through March 7th. If you'd like ticket information, call us at TV12 tomorrow for a phone number. And stay tuned, we'll give you a chance to win some free tickets later. Now back to A Fine Romance. We're featuring A Fine Romance on Red's Classic Theater. Tonight's movie was the film version of a play called Chin Chin, which Marcello Mastroianni had performed on stage years before. In fact, he'd wanted to transform the play into a movie for a long time, but with Italian actress Anna Mignani as his leading lady. Unfortunately, she died long before the film project could be launched. The production of Fine Romance was a tense affair with Italian and French crews constantly bickering. As a matter of fact, when the French found out they were making less money than the Italians, they threatened to walk out. Well, the director threatened to close down the entire production, and finally, a compromise was reached. Now let's return to A Fine Romance. We're on campus at Langara College this week on Red's Classic Theater. As we promised earlier, Studio 58 has given us some tickets to give away for their production of The Taming of the Shrew. Now we have 12 pairs to give away tonight. If you'd like to win a pair, here's what you do. Call our TV12 contest line at 888-312-TV12 and follow the recorded instructions. Tomorrow we'll select 12 winners. They'll each receive a pair of tickets to see the Studio 58 production of Taming of the Shrew. And remember, if you're not one of the lucky winners tonight, the play runs through March 7th, and you can call TV12 tomorrow for a phone number. But for your chance to win a pair of free tickets tonight, call us at 888-312-TV12. And good luck. Now back to A Fine Romance. A Fine Romance is our feature movie this week on Red's Classic Theater. Marcello Mastroianni survived the poverty-stricken conditions of his Italian homeland to become one of the best-known foreign actors in the world. Although many of his early Italian films were never shown in the English-speaking world, his affairs with his co-star actresses made news around the globe. In a career that spanned 130 films, Marcello took countless lovers, including Anouk Aimée, Ursula Andress, Lauren Hutton, and Claudia Cardinale. Marcello called his 3-year relationship with actress Faye Dunaway the most devastating of his life. His last great love was Catherine Deneuve, with whom he had a daughter. When Marcello died in 1996, the official cause was listed as cancer. But knowing of all of his affairs with his leading ladies, he might very well have died of exhaustion. Now let's return to A Fine Romance. From Studio 58 at Langara College, time for our weekly movie trivia quiz. Marcello Mastroianni was nominated 3 times for a Best Actor Academy Award. The first nomination came in 1962. Can you name the film? We'll be back with the answer in just a moment. Time now for the answer to our movie trivia quiz. In 1962, Marcello Mastroianni received his first Oscar nomination for his role as the scheming husband in Divorce Italian Style. Now let's return to A Fine Romance. Next Sunday night on Red's Classic Theater, a mystery with a touch of the supernatural involving a young boy and a 10-year-old murder. Lady in White, our movie next week on Red's Classic Theater. And that brings the curtain down on this week's show. Hope you enjoyed A Fine Romance. And a very special thanks to the Langara Theater Department for hosting our show. Studio 58's production of The Taming of the Shrew runs through March 7th. If you'd like ticket information, call TV 12 tomorrow morning. We'll put you in touch. I'll see you tomorrow morning on 650 Sea Isle with the Wake Up Club, and next week here on Red's Classic Theater. From Langara College, thanks for being with us. Good night, everybody. A Fine Romance on Red's Classic Theater will continue. Red's Classic Theater from Studio 58 at Langara College will continue. Red's Classic Theater from Studio 58 at Langara College will continue. We're front row center this week on Red's Classic Theater. We'll take you backstage at Langara College's Studio 58 for a preview of their production of Taming of the Shrew. Our movie this week is A Fine Romance with Marcello Mastroianni and Julie Andrews. And we'll tell you about the film's behind-the-scenes difficulties and look back at Marcello's countless romantic liaisons. I'm Red Robinson. Join me, won't you?
Sunday night at 9 on TV 12.
We're front row center this week on Red's Classic Theater. We'll take you backstage at Langara College's Studio 58 for a preview of their production of Taming of the Shrew. Our movie this week is A Fine Romance with Marcello Mastroianni and Julie Andrews. And we'll tell you about the film's behind-the-scenes difficulties and look back at Marcello's countless romantic liaisons. I'm Red Robinson. Join me, won't you?
Tonight at 9 on TV 12.
This week on Red's Classic Theater, Marcello Mastroianni and Julie Andrews yield to temptation in A Fine Romance. Sunday night at 9 here on TV 12. Tonight on Red's Classic Theater, Marcello Mastroianni and Julie Andrews yield to temptation in A Fine Romance. Tonight at 9 here on TV 12. A Fine Romance on Red's Classic Theater, Sunday night at 9. A Fine Romance on Red's Classic Theater tonight at 9.